Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
Paranormal Bunker. You'll come on down and join Nikki, Robert, Kayla, and Cole. Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sit with us as we traverse the portals of the universe. Let loose the secrets of the cryptids. Make haste with the truth of conspiracy. And explore the hauntings of our world. And once again, welcome to the S4 Paranormal Bunker.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the S4 Paranormal Bunker. Friend, we were just talking about Robert's photo. I'm going to put them on screen so you guys can see them and so you can see that photo. He took that photo behind him, and that is absolutely gorgeous.
Isn't it? It's just wonderful.
Yeah, that's neat. Friend.
The man has a real ability for photography. Kid you not, among many of his talents. So, yeah, he's got some phenomenal moonshots as well.
Now, Nikki.
Like, oh my God, I don't mean it that way. Holy crap, Cole. That is not how I meant it. You know it.
Robert, I didn't know you were that type of photographer. Friend, how you guys doing tonight?
All to do with mirrors.
Dear God. Doing all right. I'm dealing with some swelling in my leg because of the heat, and body is not wanting to release it. So
is that why it's doing
pain.
That?
Yeah. The heat aggravates Yes, thank you. Lymphedema. Yeah. And edema issues. And so for somebody like me that gets swelling between my knees and my tips of my toes, usually it's just my legs, and the last couple of days they got kind of rough, and today was really rough. My foot swelled, and I was like, oh, this is going to be fun to walk on. Sure enough, but I've gotten it down to where it's doable and manageable, and all of that. And there's herbal water pills that one can take if one so chooses to do that, and things to clear out the body, and things to help decrease inflammation. And then if you do massage on lymphatic system areas, that will help to release and flush it to the kidneys, and then you flush it out. Yeah. So just a little FYI for people that may not know.
My leg has been seeping water.
Oh.
Friend, so I do sock changes 4 times a day. Friend.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when it's bad.
I never thought about the correlation, but yeah, it's every time it gets really hot here.
Yep, that's what will do it. And the other thing is I will periodically go stand in the shower and just because I've got a handheld hose type of thing. And when it gets in the summertime, I've always used that on my legs and my feet because for cold water, because you've got to decrease the swelling any way you can, which typically means whatchamacallit socks and binding socks. I can't think of what those are called at the second.
Compression.
Compression. Thank you, Robert. Compression socks and things like that. And you got to keep your legs elevated and blah, blah, blah. But one of the methods that I use is I go stand in the shower and I take the handheld and I just, wear a pair of shorts and spray from the knees to the feet. And the ice cold water really helps.
Huh.
It's also kind of a shock to the body, but it literally helps not only calm the body down, but also with some of the swelling, for at least for me anyway. I don't know about anybody else, but so there's a number of different things you do and all of that. So, and my doctors are aware, but yeah, the seeping, that can get real wicked real fast. So you got to really take care of it and bandage and blah, 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 blah. I know, I get it.
I
had to do this with my mom.
Because I can't keep them on. But
yeah, they slide off. Yep.
I find as long as I let it happen, drink plenty of water while it's happening.
Exactly.
That's all I need to do. And then after a few days, and probably once it gets colder, it stops doing it. But the only thing that sucks is I'm having to wash the sheets every day.
Yeah,
like my side's just destroyed.
Yeah, it's for some it can get to be a real kind of like a disgusting thing in how you have to deal with stuff. But yeah, I mean it really but when you know how to deal with it and you start dealing with it and start working with it health-wise, I mean it ends up becoming better. So that's why I take the curcumin and because regular turmeric doesn't do anything for me. I mean, yeah, it does, but not enough. And so I take curcumin and raw ginger and raw garlic because that gets the blood flowing. Because you get blood flow according to what I've been told, it gets stagnant. It flows, but it's anyway. I've learned over time after talking with different doctors and different things what works for me, and so that's what I do. And I'm like, okay. So right now they're down, but as soon as we're off the live, then I'm putting my legs up on the bed and we're gonna go, okay, I'll talk this way. But I won't do it for the show. It just gets really weird. You got to position everything weird for the video. And I'm like, forget that.
All of a sudden people think you're making a different kind of video.
Yeah, that's not what you want, especially when no.
Nikki's OnlyFans.
Yeah, no. I'm not on OnlyFans or whatever the hell that thing is called. I've been asked that so many times, and I'm like, oh my God, people, get your mind out of it. No. Or foot fetishes. I've been asked about foot fetish. Oh my God, what the hell? I'm like, I'm not that. No.
Robert's on that one. Friend. One day he'll find it.
Well, I have 2 new ones coming in.
Nice.
Went to the guy yesterday and the prosthetist and told him what I was needing, and he said, yeah, we'll get onto that through the NGIS. And so I got one that's coming in that's going to be the next one I can walk on, and also one that can go into the shower, bath, swimming.
Nice.
Etc. So
really?
The wet one, yeah.
Nice. That sounds bad.
Haven't been near the water in about 4 years. I'm an avid fisherman, but haven't been near the water for 4 years.
Jesus.
Wow. That's a long time, Robert, not to be able to be doing what you enjoy and love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. No, I'm excited for you. That's awesome.
That is. There we go. Okay.
You know, though, do you want to know the weirdest part?
What's that?
Out of the three of us, Robert would make the most money on Foot Finder.
Because I know where to look.
No, it's not. I'm not. This is not a joke.
But
People
short,
will
fat
pay
feet.
more to see
Really?
the stump.
I don't even.
Nikki,
Don't go there,
I
Nikki.
would make more
Don't go
money
there.
than you because of the surgical scars on my foot.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God!
People are weird.
I've got a surgical mark on one toe. I had to have part of my toenail removed when I was, I think I was 17, 18. I'll be watch out if you ever get hangnails on your toenails. That's what did mine in. Doesn't hurt. I had a phenomenal foot doctor and he took care of it. But yeah, it's wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have thought that because I get the guys that go after, oh, we love your eyes and we love your
Yeah.
and I'm like, we're not doing that. And then the feet thing, and I'm like, oh my God, come on, guys, leave me alone.
Friend. Well,
So
send them mine and Robert's way. We're not above making money.
I'll make money, but not like that.
Oh, we will. We're all about it. Fred. Right, Robert? Fred.
Yep.
$5
Yep.
is $5.
Mm,
Friend.
I know people that do it, but wow. Okay.
So tonight we're going to do some Reddit stories. I did go around and look for the weirdest ones I could in the paranormal. This was difficult. I'm not going to lie.
Wow.
Because I looked for ones that would either be funny or weird for us.
Take these off.
I found quite a few funny ones.
Oh, well, that's what kind of funny?
But weird for well.
Everybody's got a weird sense of humor.
Yeah, some of them are the way they're written.
Yeah.
Just general.
There we go.
Strangeness.
Yeah, like making themselves sound
More bizarre.
more bizarre by trying to over explain.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Uh-huh. In other words, they don't know how to be short, concise, and clear and to the point.
No, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Because of the general consensus of the paranormal and everything, no one has made a subreddit for
Really?
crazy, bizarre.
Oh,
Like, I can't believe this happened.
That could be funny.
Right?
That
Like,
could be really
Believe
funny.
it's not paranormal.
yeah, like stuff like that. No one makes those subreddits.
The most haunted man in America.
I think it's because no one wants to be the one who offends anyone else. Friend.
That's funny.
So I am going to preface this by saying we are not trying to offend anyone. Some of these are true. Friend, some of them, I don't know. Friend, if this is like this first one, if this is this guy's actual opinion, well, he might have bigger problems.
Yeah, no kidding.
So we're going to start with subreddit time travel. Because, well, who doesn't want to go back? You know? Friend.
Oh, time travel. This is going to get interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so the title of this, well, first of all, this comes from Redditor XXX_ArcherXXX. Friend, his title is, Why is Grandfather Paradox considered as a paradox when it actually ain't not a paradox at all?
Ain't not. Okay.
Did you guys catch that? Friend?
Ain't not a paradox at all. Interesting verbiage.
So, all right. Whenever
Ain't
someone...
no granddad when he's gone.
Whenever someone talks about time travel, me notice that others always bring up the grandfather paradox. Me has been thinking this for some time. Why is something that ain't not a paradox is being considered a paradox? The grandfather paradox has many major issues that completely proves that it ain't not a paradox by itself. Can anyone actually explain why grandfather paradox is considered as a paradox? To me, it is just a nonsensical storytelling idea. And if the grandfather paradox is actually considered as a paradox, then why only grandfather? Why not mother paradox, father paradox, brother paradox, sister paradox, friends paradox, accident paradox, and so on? After taking all into consideration, me arrived at a point that me consider grandfather paradox ain't not a paradox at all. So why people still consider it as a paradox? Is it crap? Is it because it is easier to understand, or is it because of a storytelling idea? And as people love stories, whether it may be a rumor, a myth, or a legend, or a mystery. Whew, that was hard.
Broken. Oh man.
So,
and that's how they speak. I would lay odds.
yeah. So here's my first thought. When Kronk wrote this, Kronk is caveman. Kronk has no grandfather. This is why I confused Kronk.
I'm sorry. It's just, I'm sorry.
Friend.
I shouldn't be laughing at the ways people speak, but oh my God, that was, yeah, it was hard. It was hard to listen to, and I'm sure hard to read. Wow. Well, I mean, it's a generational thing. It goes back. It's, oh God. Anyway, somebody else in science is going to have to explain that one. But holy crap! And
Yeah,
it is a paradox. It can affect multiple different. Can't think of the right word. I want to say levels. Levels is an easy out for me because I can't think of the correct terminology right now. So I do apologize. But yeah, there really are grandfather paradoxes. Didn't we come across one, Robert? One or two of them when we were working with rocks. One potential one and another one. You and I'm trying to remember who the hell else was with us on a team. I could have sworn because we had talked about it. We talked about the potentiality for one, and then we had some kind of weird situation arise, and I can't remember all of it right now, but it was just I remember it being discussed.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't remember when the hell it was. There's been too many things he and I have worked on together.
For those that don't know anything about the grandfather paradox, the entirety of the Back to the Future trilogy is based off of it.
Yep.
When his photo starts disappearing, it is because he has changed the past. If you change the past in a significant way in your own life, there is no way you will exist. So,
yep. Can get yourself out of existence.
I have a theory based on this. Mandela effect.
Yeah, CERN. That goes into CERN, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. But what if the Mandela effect is just the grandfather paradox? With half of us not conforming?
That's a really interesting thought process on that one.
Yeah, like...
Makes you think. Like
it
hardcore.
Absolutely does, because like that's the thing. In the end of Back to the Future, the original, Brent, he starts to disappear himself. He gets weak.
Yeah.
His hand starts to not work, and then all of a sudden his hand starts to disappear.
Yeah.
Well, what if it's not disappearing entirely, but there's still a shadow that we are seeing? That some people can see.
Interesting. What a thought.
Friend, I mean, everything in the world is based off carbon. What if it is literally a carbon copy? So after the paradox happens, what if there's a carbon copy left that in our minds that we remember?
Like I said, I'm not a scientist, and I couldn't even hypothesize on that one, but I think it's a very fascinating idea.
Fran, what do you think, Robert?
Robert, what?
Possible, but I don't think so.
No?
Because if the elements were still there, then that would mean that the existence of him would have been already founded from the future. So he was still there, but if he'd gone back and was erasing himself, that would mean there would be no carpet fire when he was 5 years old to be yelled at.
True.
And
It would change everything.
And if she was so infatuated with him being called Calvin, why didn't his name suddenly change to being Calvin?
Yeah. Or
it's got nothing to do with carbon, but yeah.
Well, and then in the other movie, oh God, who was the famous actor that they renamed the gulch, is it the gulch where the train goes off the end, and they rename it at Claire. Well, yeah, it was originally Clara Clayton, and then it turned to
Eastwood.
Yeah, to Eastwood. Yeah. That's what it was. He called himself Eastwood, so then it became Eastwood Ravine. So that is a paradox, because it literally changed that in the movie. It literally changed that history. Fascinating stuff.
Yeah, like it it just goes to show that no matter what type of time travel into the past you would do, something is going to change just by you being there.
Yep.
Well, and see that now that gets into the movie that we all had to watch.
Yes.
Robert, what? What were you gonna say?
Just that nobody bothered to go and find the cave that had the DeLorean stuck in it.
Yeah.
Which would have had fuel in it.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have used the fuel from that to refill the other one.
Yep.
And they didn't even think of that. He just went, oh, let's try the alcohol and other things and not go drain the fuel from the one that's in the cave.
Well, and they... Oh, that was weird. I just heard a click. Okay. I think it was my device. I think we're going through that crap again. Anyway, I go through these all the but they did go and get a DeLorean. And they went because of... Oh, you're right. It would have been, wouldn't it? Okay. That took me a moment.
Well, but what bothered me about that is...
That took me a moment. Wait a minute. He drove in one.
You take whiskey.
You need to
from
store it
back
more.
then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's equivalent to jet fuel.
Yeah.
There is no way they couldn't have figured out a way to power that car.
Well, and it's like mead. Mead was, I mean, the same way. We don't make it anywhere near what it was made back then. Oh, the potency was astronomical.
Why do you think there were so many drunk Vikings?
God!
All of them, and it wasn't just the Vikings. It was everybody, because you've got raw honey going into that, and that's going to be a sustainable.
At our cousin's funeral, Kayla's sister bought this bottle of Viking blood mead.
Jeez.
That was that stuff tasted like cough syrup. It was so thick. It was
So
Yeah.
Dr.
horrible.
Pepper.
Friend, I like
Well,
Dr.
it makes
Pepper.
sense.
Friend, this was bad. Friend, like they had a couple meads there because Jack did follow the Viking ways in a lot of his life.
Hmm.
Right.
So like there was mead, there was all kinds of things from that time, and
Yeah.
it was a he would have been proud of the event, is how I'll put that.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
But
She's been on my mind a lot.
he would have laughed his ass off if he saw me drink that, because friend,
Probably.
God, I had tears in my eyes.
Oh, Cole.
Because the alcohol burned on the way down, but it wouldn't stop because it like was so syrupy it wouldn't go away.
Oh.
So
Yeah, because with alcohol, it hits and then it releases in the mucous membranes.
yeah,
But with a syrup, it's attached to the frickin' mucous membranes of the walls as it goes down. Holy cripes.
it was icky.
That's, yeah, I was going to say that could be painful.
And Candace was the only one that liked it, kinda, and she didn't like the first drink, but she said after the second drink it was all right. And we said, yeah, that's because you're already hammered.
I was just going to say, it's already working in your system.
Yep.
Friend,
Oh my
but
God.
like there was a lot of plot holes with that movie, but I think they did very well when it came to the paradox aspects. Friend, other than like once we got into the second movie with Biff owning the Empire,
Oh God, yeah.
that became a little. But
That was a bit much.
yeah, like
But it can show what it can happen.
now when it comes to this
Potentially.
guy, friend, when he's asking,
God, that's funny.
why not Mother Paradox, Father Paradox? Like the problem is, why would you name them all? They're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Friend, if you go back and kill your mom,
As
it's
I
still
understand
the same thing. Friend, even if you don't kill her before she gives birth to you, your life will be completely different. You will not be the same person. You would change right there in that instant. Why are you smiling, Nikki?
I just think it's hysterical that we're talking about this because us like, I don't even know what it's like. It's just, it's kind of an odd situation, but it's like that movie that we were all going to watch. 11, what was it? Yeah, 63.
11,
Yeah.
23, 63, I think was called.
That, yeah. And it just, there's so many aspects because that movie really had me thinking about the different possibilities. And you're right. I mean, you're physically there. You're going to be making even small changes simply because you were witnessed.
Yeah.
And then interacting with people is a different ballgame. So for the average everyday person, it may not affect their life that he was there. But the fact that he went in and interacted the way he did, and for example, they spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on the equipment at Radio Shack. Well, that's thousands of dollars that Radio Shack would not have had. Is who's to say that specific Radio Shack stayed in business because of, I mean, you think about stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and then,
because, who's to say that business didn't go out of business?
That's only what? 40, 60 years. 60 years he went back. In my opinion, the farther you go back, the bigger the changes will be.
Yeah, and then you look at the different things with the corporate conglomerates who have made changes in this lifetime where they're saying, for example, and I'm going to call them out again, like the Hanes company, underwear company for men, or men's underwear company. Well, they do others, but anyway, the cornucopia on the tags, and people have been able to definitively prove that there was a cornucopia. Well, does it mean that they've shifted timelines, or does it mean there's too many factors involved in that one? And one of them is somebody in the upper echelon, well above governments, who are controlling planets, are saying, no, this is what we're going to do. Or you've got a situation to where it becomes a paradox, and CERN being involved in all of that because of all the shit that they've been doing. And I am calling it shit because of different aspects of things that, if they really truly are opening portals and you do have other beings walking through, or other situations coming through that, or them going through it, or if they're creating, and I'm going to use Area 51 with the earthquakes. Last time we all talked, 17 earthquakes, or I think it was the last time we talked, 17 earthquakes, and those are explosions underground. So then who's to say that isn't happening at CERN, and for whatever reason we're not hearing it, or we're feeling it, but in other ways. So
Well, and I just want
I've
to make
got
one
questions.
correction. I think you
What's that?
got the company name wrong. I think you meant Fruit of the Loom.
Yes, that's who I meant. Fruit of the Loom. I'm sorry. Yes,
Sorry.
my
To the
apologies.
Haynes company. Right.
Truly heartfelt, because I want to call out the correct one. So I do
But-
apologize. Seriously, heartfelt apology.
One issue I do have with a lot of the
Oops. So you see that in there.
Mandela effects that have to do with companies like that
Mhm.
is the fact that I feel a lot of them are based off commercialism.
Yeah, that too.
And
There's so many processes to.
well, it's the
parts.
fact that, okay, the Fruit of the Loom company, Kit Kat, friend Jif, peanut butter, all those ones. When you hear that something has
Peanut.
changed with one of those companies. Yeah, Mr. Peanut.
Ma-
When you hear one of those companies that has changed something, what is the first thing you do when you walk into a grocery store?
You're looking for the symbol.
And then
It's
you
a
put it in your
fast way to
cart.
look for the. Yeah.
Now, Fruit of the Loom has, and this also involves the Haynes company, because they're going to have to try and figure out a way to overcome this too. But they're all kind of have been losing business in the last 10 years for the reason that internet companies have kind of taken over their market a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot more than they want them to.
Yep.
I mean, we have men's underwear that separates things, that keeps things at the right temperature that it's supposed to be.
Yep.
And none of those companies are involved.
It's the same way with the, you're talking that, we're also going to talk about bras, because there are so many companies that are coming out now online that are not in stores.
Yeah.
They're bras for women and for elderly. Do you know how big of a deal that is? For elderly women that are whatever age, they're classified as elderly. And that's something that 20 years ago was never freaking thought about.
Yeah. Well,
hell, even 10 years ago, it was barely thought about. And now it's saturating the market.
The Jif peanut butter one. When did that come out? Do you guys remember?
Oh, God. I want to say 2015, but I don't think that's right.
That's close. It's about 2013 to 2014 it started really gaining traction.
Oh.
What happened in 2010 to 2012 that kind of has a correlation to that?
Well, didn't CERN go online?
Nutella took over its market.
Oh, how interesting. I'm trying to remember what year CERN went online the first time. and I can't remember right now. I had all of that stuff in my head, but all this other stuff with the SSP stuff just
I
just
want to say
flipped
that
my
was a
head.
lot sooner than that. Like, I don't think our kids were born yet.
Mm.
But my point is the fact that we say the internet is forever. That is not true. Friend, if you have enough money, you can make anything disappear.
Correct.
Except
There
in real life.
There are professionals who are known for wiping it off throughout everything. They
Scrubbers.
create code. Yeah, they create codes and they go in and it scrubs everything off the internet. Anywhere it can be found, it will be removed.
The hardest
Think
part
about
is,
that. Think about that.
who the fuck saves an empty Jif jar?
Well, an empty Jif jar back in the day, because I remember
Okay.
Adam's peanut butter was the only one that was glass. That's how I remember it.
Who would save that?
Well, unless you're
Nope.
using it for
Yeah.
something.
Exactly.
Down here, that it was Vegemite jars. They can be used as glasses.
Yeah. But now, post 2000, who saves that kind of stuff?
Nope.
No, they get
Plastic.
put in recycle.
Yeah.
Usually.
It is 10 times easier for them now to scrub an entire idea that was called Jiffy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Instead of Jif.
Yeah, or Kit Kat. Friend, taking out the dash.
Mm-hmm.
Friend, that is really easy to do now.
You just reminded me of a number of them, and I can't think of any of them. I had a whole bunch of them run through my head, and as soon as you said take out the dash, that's gone. I was like, oh crap, okay.
Friend, but
just kind of how that day is today.
It made them relevant again.
Yeah.
It made people put them in their carts. Friend. And not everybody. I still won't. Friend, I'll buy any peanut butter I can freaking afford. But, friend, I go for quantity, not quality. Friend.
Yeah, I grew up on Adams and.
Yep.
Bega?
Oh wow. Yep. Huh. Bega.
Yeah. Peanut butter, smooth.
Right.
Yeah. I've always used Adams peanut butter, but we don't have this household hasn't had peanut butter in it in a very, very, very long time. If we have any kind of nut butter, it's almond butter because it's something that everybody can eat. But the new thing, the last the last 8 years or so has been peanut butter powder because it's less fat, but you still have all the protein and the protein flavor. Well, it's a form of dehydrate. Yeah, and it's a form of dehydrating the peanuts a specific way.
Our cousin Mimi made pie. A peanut butter pie out of that.
Stuff is really good.
Friend, yeah, the older ladies that were staying at those houses, friend, they all had their protein that night. She gave me a tiny slice because I don't really eat during the day if I can help it. And so she gave me a tiny slice in the morning. And I don't think I can have that around me. It's
addicting. Yeah, I mean, you make, okay, here's something. Mix it in with a little Greek yogurt. You'll have a high protein, very low carb, and it'll be filling. And well, really great with celery sticks.
She also made pancakes with,
which is your fiber,
non-carb pancake flour.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Cottage cheese.
That'll be addicting.
And friend, it tasted exactly like a pancake.
Yeah,
like it was perfect.
Mm-hmm. Friend, she puree the cottage cheese.
I have no idea how she made them. I went over there because for the funeral, I forgot all of my clothes, my bag of clothes at the house here. So, and
Oh, cool.
one of them used to be my size, so they lent me some clothes to wear because part of the service was Mormon. I was not
Oh.
walking into a Mormon church in what I was wearing the night before. Because I had a Beavis and Butthead t-shirt on and shorts. So
Oh, that would not have gone over well.
No.
I still wasn't the weirdest one dressed at, like, I wouldn't have been out of place in the back rows. Because a lot of their friends came to the second funeral and they didn't change what they were wearing. So, which it was like both services were very well done. It was a lot of fun to see everyone, and I can't wait
That's
to see them
awesome.
again. We are going back up there in August. We
Nice.
are not waiting for another death to see all of our family. That's gotta
Yeah. Yeah. Been
Friend.
down that road more than a time or two. It's hard going through it.
Yeah. So
It's so excruciating.
Yep.
But time heals all, and unfortunately, it was just his time. So it is what it is. Fran. All right, time to bring back up the mood.
Okay.
Fran. Okay. Fran, this one's from
That's
Paranormal
quite the
Encounters.
plane. Okay.
That's a pretty plane. I like it. Fran, this one comes from Paranormal Encounters. It is put by user valuable_register 906.
Can you speak?
Yes. And this one's a she. Fran. My pre-med apartment came with 6 roommates and one highly hydrated ghost who freaked the shit out of me. Is the title.
Hydrated. A hydrated ghost.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
When I first read this title, I honestly thought the ghost peed the bed or something.
A hydrated ghost. That's got me,
Maybe
man.
it can help with dishes.
A hydrated ghost. I'm fascinated.
The title is very based off one part of it, but it gets your attention.
Yes, it does.
So I recently finished my pre-med prep, and while I expected the exams to absolutely ruin my mental health, I didn't expect my apartment to try and finish the job. I moved into a flat with 6 other roommates. It was crowded, but for the first 2 or 3 months, everything went smoothly. We were just living our best lives studying. And then the midnight hydration incident happened. At 2 a.m., one of my roommates walked past my room and saw someone sitting casually on my bed, pounding down a glass of water. Here's the catch. I don't drink water in the middle of the night. If I'm awake at 2 a.m., it's because of coffee or panic. I told her it definitely wasn't me. Our collective reaction? Dang! What we did, we completely ignored it. 2 weeks later, that roommate suddenly moved out for different reasons. Sure, Jan. Fran, you definitely didn't flee because Casper was using my mattress as a water bar. After she left, things went quiet for another 3 months. I thought we were in the clear. I was wrong. It was a fine day in March. All my remaining roommates were hanging out in the lobby, and I walked into our flat alone to grab something from my room. The second I stepped inside, I heard 3 loud, constant knocks coming from a dark corner of my bedroom. Dude, it freaked something out of me. I was the only one there. No mice, no lizards, no spiders, and definitely no humans. I instantly felt the vibe change and realized it was something else. I didn't walk. I bolted. But as I tried to run out of the room, something violently grabbed my hair from behind. In a blind panic, I tried to convince myself it was just a rogue wall hook, but deep down I knew. I ran to the lobby and told my roommates expecting comfort. Instead, they completely gaslighted me. They laughed it off and told me I was just stressed and imagining things. Bro, I am being serious. You don't imagine a ghost trying to snatch your weave. That incident broke my brain. Starting the very next day, I developed chronic sleep paralysis for the first time in my life. Every
Yeah,
single
that's not
night,
funny.
it was the same routine. I'd wake up frozen, hear a strange man's voice whispering in the room. We had 0 male roommates, and see a pair of
God.
random legs standing by my bed. I could literally feel this entity watching me from the exact corner where the knocking
Oh.
happened. 2 weeks later, the paralysis mutated. This time I woke up frozen and heard my female roommate violently cursing someone out right outside my door. When I asked her about it the next morning, she looked at me like I was insane and said she was fast asleep in her own room the whole night. Thankfully, my exam prep finally ended, and I packed my bags and noped out of that cursed apartment forever. The funniest part, the exact day I moved out, the sleep paralysis completely vanished and never came back. Turns out it wasn't a
Yep.
medical condition. It was just a highly aggressive, deeply hydrated ghost who disliked pre-med students.
It didn't like students at all from the sounds of it. Didn't matter what they were in for. Wow. To have your hair snatched back, that is really aggressive and extremely dangerous. Quite violent, I might add, especially for a spirit. And man, for them to be able to do that, they were pissed.
And
In order for a spirit to do that, it takes a great deal of energy for them to manifest.
also very expensive if she actually has a weave.
Don't know shit. That's exactly what that's why I was laughing, because I was like, snatch my weave. I'm like, that's actually, and it's funny, but it's not. It's funny because of how she said it, but yet it's not, because those things, I mean, hair pieces, oh my God, especially if it's out of real hair, those damn things are really expensive. Because when my hair was starting to thin out a lot on top, I started looking into them because I was afraid I was going to have to do that. And then I got mine back after I started taking a certain kind of collagen powder and all of this other stuff. But which makes a difference. But I can't even fathom that. That is extremely dangerous. It was that spirit was getting really. Matter of fact, he needs to be booted out of that environment. And that's my first thought. Kick that blankety blank out of there. Find out why he's causing issues, and it's specific to the girls. So
And find
I
out
would
why
be
he's such a
interested.
thirsty ass bitch.
Yeah, I mean, why is he acting? Yeah, I mean, I've never heard
Like-
of. I mean, why is he manifesting an image of a glass of water?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, that makes no sense. I've never seen a spirit do that.
Well, and here's the thing, though. It's got to be something in her room.
Yeah.
Because it's...
And at her door, I mean, the girl at the door, and yet the girl is asleep, but yet she heard her roommate standing at the door having a fight. Well, what if the woman sleepwalks and doesn't know it, and nobody else knew it until then?
Well, but that's the thing also, like... Okay.
Oh dear, excuse me.
Well...
Sorry.
So she saw her roommate walk past the room and saw someone sitting casually on the bed. Correct?
Yeah.
2 weeks later, that roommate suddenly moved out for different reasons. Friend, another roommate, she heard in her own room, that roommate's room, screaming and cussing someone out, but no one else in the house heard it.
Yeah, I think she's got her own abilities, but yet at the same time, if you're hearing that kind of stuff and you're experiencing that kind of thing, other people, what I've learned as I've been talking since UFOI team, what I've learned about people is they gaslight themselves. They literally discredit themselves and talk themselves out of things, of what they've heard. And I'm a prime example. I used to do the same damn thing. I've had so many different experiences of that kind of stuff. With the ET things, you gaslight yourself and you try to discredit yourself because it couldn't possibly happen. Well, yes, it frickin' well can happen. Especially with you're dealing with paranormal, and she's dealing with or was dealing with a very specific kind of spirit. I don't think it was demonic or anything like that. I think you've got somebody that was attached to that property for a very whatever the specific reason is, and here they are, they're pissed off and frustrated that people are coming and going out of the apartment or out of the roommate situation, and they may not like it, and they're getting pissed off and they're manifesting their anger into different formats. For example, the yelling and screaming that wasn't yelling and screaming of the, I mean, that's, I almost want to say it's common in some way. Hello, what is that? Is that on your side?
Yeah, there, yeah. Yeah.
Are they fighting?
I think so, yeah. She's yelling at the boys.
You might want to hit mute then. Goodness. So yeah, it gets real interesting when you've got a situation like that regarding a spirit who's getting, and it sounds like he's building up energy. It sounds like a guy, and it sounds like he's building up specific energy because of it. He's getting angrier and angrier, which I would be concerned about anybody who lives in that location for any length of time. Because if he's doing that to one person and the others are discounting not only her and gaslighting her about it, but they're most likely also gaslighting their own experiences.
Well, and here's the thing. This story is 1 day old.
Holy shit.
So this just happened.
Yeah.
So,
well, and she said she moved out too, right?
Yes, and here's the thing. I would really like to know what happened
what college
the next time
campus
someone moved in.
Well, and what college campus is this on? Who needs to be warned? Who needs to be go through? I was going to say detox. Oh my God. Well, yeah, that's essentially what you're doing. You're doing a form of apartment detox for spirits.
Yeah.
And see if he's willing to cross over. If he's not willing to cross over, get him to move to some other location, if that's even possible. So, hello, the wave of the hand.
Friend, I'm trying to think, like, okay, so from the way this is read, I think this is in England.
The way it's worded, yeah.
But I can't guarantee that.
It wouldn't surprise me. Matter of fact, I know people. Oh God, I got to be careful what I say. There's a lady I would love to meet in England. I first met her in, God, I think I met her on MySpace, and we ended up, we're still Facebook friends all these years ago. And I'm trying to remember how long ago it was. Got on Facebook in 2009, so it must have been 2010 or 11 that I knew her on MySpace, and we transferred over to, she's like, oh, hey, I'm on Facebook now. And I'm like, yeah, I just got on there not long ago. And she has talked about, over the years, all the different paranormal out of some of the really old churches. And she's like, yeah, if you ever come to England, I'm like, honey, one day. One day, I know I'll be there. I don't know how, but I know I'll be there. And she goes, well, then I got to take you through these churches because, and I'm like, that's one of my greatest things about going to England is not just going through all the old churches, but to actually feel the stone, all the original stonework, the masonry work, that kind of thing, because I want to see if my hands are still on something old like that. I want to see if my hands are still psychically viable.
Yeah.
And see what kind of visions I'll have and that kind of stuff. Because I love old history. I love history, period. And to remember as many past lifetimes as I've had, I find it fascinating. It helps correlate different things. But yeah, she's always told me that you ever get over here, I'll take you through. we've got some real. I'm like, yeah, I know. England's very old.
Friend,
Oh,
I'm just going there to take over the island.
no shit.
Not England. There's
Oh,
a small
Cole.
island just off the edge that you can move in. You get the castle that's sitting on the island for free as long as you become king.
Oh, jeez. King of your own island.
It has like 50 people on it. You have subjects.
Oh, for God's sake, Cole.
And you can challenge England. That's the best part.
Oh, hell no.
Friend, Charles is weak. I got this.
I'm not saying bullshit one to that one, man. Robert knows where I stand, and I don't make that public to nobody.
Friend,
It's very few people who actually know.
I'm done being one of his subjects. It's my turn.
Yeah, it after what I've witnessed, with so much the CIA government asshats and Astral, and finding, oh, there we go, Doctor Who, woohoo, and the different things that I now understand with what they're doing, in some of their deep black programs. No interest in governments of nations because of how things have progressed and what I've shockingly been seen and part of. And earlier today I even though I've already known it, but to have it confirmed by somebody in the ufology SSP section of life, to have it confirmed that, yeah, you're an asset and you were used. That's not how it was worded. I'm wording it that way. And it's just, I have no interest in that. So I'm like, okay, you gotta let it go. So if I can find an island somewhere and go and hang out for a few months at a time, I was going to say a month at a time, but I'd just love to be somewhere and spend some time like I did in Tonga when I was a kid. We were there for a month, and it was only because of the, we were supposed to be there for 2 weeks. But we got stuck in the Pan Am airline strike, and I loved it. I would have loved to have stayed about 3 months and just gone to as many villages as possible and learn more. And the woman that we knew, she was a for the princess, she was something, I can't remember what it was she did for the princess. She was there for the queen, and then she was I don't want to call her a servant. I don't know what the proper term is. I don't remember it right now from childhood. I used to know it, and Mom and I never really talked about, and we talked about her between us, but we did not divulge it. And there was a newspaper article in the Skagit Valley Herald from about Mom and I in 1980, I think, 79 or 1980. That shows the tap of cloth, and oh God, me in the with the curly hair, the little flat top and the curly hair all the way around. I look like a little rag doll. Oh God, well, that's a whole nother subject. But anyway, yeah, I've learned so much about different things that I'm just like, no, don't want to know about different governments anymore. Government hierarchies and all of that.
Okay, but what if it was my government?
Sure, not a problem. Somebody I know.
Governor.
And I was governor. Oh dear God, no, of 50 people? I don't know.
Come
I don't know.
Every
I
day's
don't
a
know.
birthday. Friend, we get cake.
Oh God, no thank you.
Sugar-free cake, don't worry.
Yeah, but it's still carbohydrates. You gotta have more protein to get it.
I'll get her cousin to make it so it has no carbs either.
There you go.
Friend, I mean,
Actually,
shit.
that's what I need. I need somebody to make my stuff, so.
She found carb-free pancake mix. I'm sure she could find a cake mix.
Oh, I'm sure.
Friend, I mean,
Hell,
shit.
there's ways
She
to
got
make.
Kayla's mom to start eating avocado toast. Like, the things this woman is capable of. Friend.
I love the box, Robert. He's got the blue box. Doctor Who.
Friend. Okay.
Yeah, regarding that situation, they've got a serious problem in that house. And if this spirit is that angry and it's building up to where he literally grabbed onto her hair, that's actually really concerning. And that's something to actually deal with, and deal with really soon, if not immediately.
Well, so the OP did get another chance to go back.
Oh God, really?
She denied.
Well, I can't say as I blame her.
No,
she's done.
Friend, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't really matter what the cost of the flat is.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, why would you want to go back into that environment unless you had no other option?
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal, to say the least. Yes. We're going to end on that one? Okay.
So, this next one
Mm-hmm.
comes from r/paranormal. Username intelligent -road 5091. Now he poses a question.
Okay.
And answers with his I cannot say that word right now. His answer. Friend, that works. Friend, what is the scariest thing you've ever witnessed?
Ooh.
For me, it was when I was 8 and I was in a silly, goofy mood, so I decided to stare at my reflection in the mirror for 10 minutes and make silly faces, and the last straw was one I made an angry face and was staring at myself in the mirror looking angry, and then I smiled afterwards, but I noticed that when I smiled, my reflection didn't smile back at me, but looking at me angry, and this creeped me out. I ran out of the room and went to my mom crying because I was terrified. She asked what happened, so I told her the details, and she brushed it off as my mind playing tricks on me, but I know for a fact that my mind wasn't playing tricks on me. This is my story. What's yours? Friend. Now, I'm not going to lie. This one made me laugh.
Well, yeah.
Personal. Unfortunately, she's not on tonight. That jackass. Friend, this is Kayla's #1 fear of ever looking in a mirror.
Well, it's because mirrors are portals. Hello.
Friend.
I know somebody that had a mirror in their bedroom.
Oh my fucking God,
it's no longer in their bedroom.
Take you into June's house.
Oh.
I never thought of that. I wanted to forever to show you the 2 mirrors.
Yeah, there's mirrors can be portals, and you can have even animals. They had an animal that wouldn't go near this mirror, and they had to my friend had to cover it. It's really her and her family's story, but she knows that they had, and there were times where she was walking in to the room and something was coming out of the portal. And she's like,
Huh.
get your ass back in there. You're not coming in my house. But yeah, they removed the, as far as I know, and I recently talked to her, but we didn't talk about that. Yeah, they removed it. They eventually removed it because it was causing so many problems with the animal and within the home. And she has abilities, and she's damn freaking good at what she can do, and she dealt with it. So, yeah, mirrors can definitely be portals, and when somebody else was on with us, was it 2 years ago? I think we were talking about somebody had, I don't remember if it was me or them, somebody put a picture of a floor mirror. Oh, that was me. It was a floor mirror. It was a very old 1800s mirrors, 1800, I think, and it had this real specific frame going around it. And I went, there's a portal in the right lower corner of this mirror. And I'm like, I want the other people here who have those abilities, take a look. What do you think? And it was pretty much agreed upon that, yeah, there's a big portal there, but I was only seeing a small section of it.
Huh.
So yeah, they can have portals, and things can come out and reach out and yank on you.
It's a wonder then that there aren't too many hairdressing salons
Yeah.
that have haunts, because that's what they have. They have the big mirror in front, and they use the smaller mirror to show the back of the hair. So what's happening between that time?
Well,
And the fact that they're cutting hair
Yeah.
means that they're almost in a like witchcraft practitioners, because
In a way,
cutting
because yeah,
fold
you've
off.
got a mirror here and one here, and you've got somebody or two somebodies sitting in, one sitting, one standing, and
Yep.
this one that's facing can see back there while this one that's cutting, and you can get, I've experienced that. I've experienced where you can see 5 to 6 times beyond the mirror, because I've been in salons where they've got numerous chairs going down the
Yep.
way, and you've got you've got 3 rows of chairs, but you've got how many mirrors are, I mean, they've got mirrors way over here and 2 mirrors, one this way and one that way, and this one's aimed out at this mirror, and this mirror can see and reflect that one, and it goes back and forth. So you can, I mean, collectively, yeah, the potential is there.
I think it also depends on certain aspects.
Yeah.
So like,
I agree.
I have heard quite a few horror stories and ghost stories from older barbershops that have been there for years.
Yep.
Right? And I think part of that is, number one, what the mirror is made of.
Yes.
Because,
and the frame.
Yeah. Older mirrors are more susceptible of, because they are silver nitrate, so they create a perfect reflection. Whereas newer mirrors do not. Friend, they are abstract. Friend, so.
Well, and there are newer mirrors that can do it, but it depends. Okay, I don't know how to say this correctly to where it's going to come out the right way, but basically that depends. Somebody's on a motorcycle. That can depend upon the paranormal, the power of the paranormal, or if it's like a group like the Fae. I'm not trying to blame the Fae, so you hear me over there. I'm not, but I'm using you guys as an example. So for example, like a group that is paranormal, I mean, it could be a bunch of them that want to create a portal. I mean, I can't even But yeah, usually it's the older ones, like what you're talking about with the silver. That's one of the reasons why I used to try to cover up or remove off my. I had grandparents who had these dressers, and they had these great big round mirrors on them, and I'm like, nope, we're not. I'm not attaching that mirror to this dresser because this mirror comes from the 50s, the 40s and 50s. No way in hell am I putting that up and dealing with this right now.
Yeah. So,
Too much going on in my home, too much taking place. No way.
friend,
Potential was there. I was like,
well,
nope.
and that's the thing. I think the reason we're not seeing as much in hairdressers, like hair salons, as Robert's saying, is because
Yeah.
one day it's a hair salon, the next day it's a freaking Starbucks.
Pretty
Right?
freaking
Like,
much.
It
You
does
don't.
happen a lot. They don't last very
Yeah.
long anymore. Right.
Yeah, and the salon that I was going to, they shut down and they put all of their employees to a different salon nearby, and I went, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And now the location, and they were there for as long as I've been. So they were there 2014 until last year. And I went, wow, okay. And part of that was because of COVID, and then how people started doing their own hair because of COVID. And others are like, oh, I can finally get back to the salon. You know, yeah, some do, some don't.
Friend, I use a salon, like not a salon. I use great clips when it's freaking required. Friend, if I don't have to, though, I won't.
I know a number of people that do that.
Yeah. Friend, I just.
I miss my there was a woman, her name was Dolores. I loved her dearly. She was my hairdresser from, I think, 98. And she, when she shut down, just before she shut down her salon and down in the, she was above the Paramount Theater on Fifth Avenue in downtown Seattle. And she had a hell of a clientele. Oh my God, she had a hell of a clientele. I mean, we are talking hardcore professionals. And I miss her. When I had my back injury, she went, no, you're not coming into me. I'm coming to you. You're not going to be able to handle sitting in the chair. Just make sure your hair is wet, washed and wet, and we'll go from there. And I'm like, okay. So, go in, get my shower. Hours later, she'd come by, and I'd say hours later because it would take me that long just to be able to get my back okay enough, just to be able to sit correctly so that she could do my hair. And we'd just dump a bucket of water on it and go, okay, here we go. Let's towel dry it a little bit and then and then get it ready for her. So, but yeah, she was phenomenal. I miss her. She crossed over last year, and I just went, oh, man, it sucked.
Yeah.
So she moved out of Washington State because Washington State was becoming a situation to where it was not affordable to renters, and she went to a different state.
Yeah,
and no, it's not. It's gotten worse.
Friend.
So, and I know people in England who are talking about London to Birmingham to Manchester, where even a studio apartment can be $2,000 a month. Now, granted, that's the British pound, but still, I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a hell of a lot, and for a studio, it's kind of astounding.
Well, they're 2,400 in Mount Vernon right now, so.
God. Well, that's about what they are where I'm at.
Yeah, like it really doesn't matter where you're at. Even concrete is freaking horrendous, but the only thing is,
and you really
land with most of them.
Yeah, and with these you don't because they're So yeah, you just regarding the mirror and stuff, it's just and the hairdressing things. Yeah, God, she had a wonderful studio. Fucking heck. Pardon me.
Here's the issue:
Sorry.
is most hairdressers, and they've seen it. They don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like they do in the salon, but I think it still.
Oh,
falls
Dolores
under
talked about it.
Friend, like, but like you go into the old style barber shops that have been there for
Yeah.
years, they're
Yeah.
not going to talk to you about that.
Mm-mm.
Friend, it does them no good.
Yeah.
I mean, hair is important to people.
Yeah, it is.
Who the hell wants to go into a barbershop or a salon where either A, there's a Sweeney Todd or just a mischievous ghost that wants to change the color of your goddamn hair? Friend, no. Friend.
Into something weird.
Yeah.
That they
Well,
don't want.
I was going to say that that for people like Jason Hawes, it's no point.
Friend.
Or for other people that I know where they like, okay, my hair is this long, it's time to shave it off.
That's what I do every half year.
Yeah, that's yeah, but you don't go completely bald. You usually have it's about like that high.
Down to number 1 clipper cut,
Yep.
Friend,
but yeah,
mine is
it's
a classic 3 on the top and 0 on the sides and back. Friend. And all of them are like, do you want to change it? Absolutely freaking not.
no. Yeah, I understand.
Last time I went in, though, it was down past my ears when I got in there, finally.
Okay.
And that was just honestly pure laziness.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a woman in a movie. I watched this really old 1975, The Stepford Wives. I was like, I didn't know that they made a movie in the 70s of this.
Yep.
And yeah, it was based off of a book, and I knew that. But and I cannot think of the name of the actress. Wonderful actress who was the lead character, and her hair was almost at her butt, and I went, oh my God, that's how long my hair was. And then, I grew it down even further, and now it's like, it's getting long again, and I'm like, oh, it's time for a cut. And the other side is telling me, don't do it short. It's not supposed to be short now. I'm like, oh, I'm going to smack you guys. I miss my short hair because it's a wash and go. With this stuff, it ain't no wash and go stuff. So yeah, I mean,
tonight Kimberly got a haircut from my mom because my mom's a hairdresser, and that has caused me all my life, like since I moved out, to get compliments at the hairdressers because I don't fucking move. And I said, that's because you're gonna probably hit me. And they're like, oh no, we can't do that. I don't give a fuck. There's a chance. Friend. Friend. But yeah, Kimberly got a wolf cut. They thinned out mom thinned out her hair really well, so friend.
That's kind of what I need I don't need a wolf cut. I need thinning and texturizing. So, and now that my hair is thicker, I can do that because it had gotten so thin before. It's taken a number of years of dealing with the collagen. So look into collagen powders, folks, because they can go in iced tea, it can go in coffee, it can go in all sorts of things.
Friend.
So
I knew a girl in high
made a
school
difference.
who got a skullet. Have you guys ever heard of that?
I've not heard of it, but I'm trying to.
All the Bogans down south have it.
Yeah.
The ones that go to the car rallies and stuff. Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Big mullet basically at the back.
No.
No?
You keep the bangs, and everything about hack is bald.
Okay.
Friend.
All right.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So from here back, it's bald.
Yeah. She thought she was edgy. And it took us about 2 years in high school to convince her, no, that was dumb.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever seen... Okay. Oh, this is going to bring up stuff. The only time I've ever seen that was on Capitol Hill in Seattle in the 1980s and early 1990s. That's the only time I've ever seen that.
That makes sense because that would have been a grunge haircut.
Yep.
Mhm.
Friend.
The
Yeah.
hell am I caught on?
I lived in
There we are.
rural Alberta. Friend. We are farm boys. Friend. It
Yeah.
was not well received.
No, I'm sure it wasn't.
Friend. I'm pretty sure her parents weren't that happy either. Friend. But. Friend. Kids do the
Yeah,
dumbest
but what we
shit.
do, I was gonna say the things we do as kids, as teens, it's a different ballgame.
Friend. All right, it's 11:20.
Hell.
We're gonna go on to our last story.
Oh, okay.
This is from the subreddit R Bigfoot. Username Death by Ligma.
Oh my God.
No one gonna ask.
I don't need to.
You sure? Like I could pause for a minute, you know, if anyone wants to ask the question.
All right, what is it?
What is what?
The second half of that.
The second half of what, Nikki?
I'm not saying the word, just the one that starts with the L. What
It
the hell
doesn't
is
work
it?
if you don't say the word.
Well, okay, now I don't remember the word, so hello.
Death
There's
by
that
Ligma.
aspect. Say it again.
Death by Ligma.
Death by ligma.
Yep.
Is that ligature?
Nah, ligma.
I don't know what that is. Ligma. What the hell is ligma?
Robin, do you want to answer her? Because I really don't. That's
No.
Like my nuts. Right?
Oh, it's that bad, is it?
You didn't hear that, did you?
Mm-mm.
She didn't catch that, people. Friend.
Mm-mm.
Like my nuts.
Holy my balls.
Lick. You said lick. L-I-C-K.
Litma.
Oh, okay.
Litma is what the gamers all do when they're playing and they're people and they say, "Hey, do you want to sport Ligma? What's Ligma? Ligma ball."
Oh my god. See, I'm not a gamer. I'm not a gamer.
Friend.
That's actually really funny.
Friend. Okay.
Alrighty.
Jeez,
Anybody else
guys.
remember what we were doing?
Learn something new every day. Holy crap, I didn't expect to learn that.
So the title of this one is "Why Deny the Woo Aspect of Sasquatch?"
Because people can't handle it.
Well, he is saying, "I am just curious to see the logic behind ignoring all of the phenomenon around Sasquatch that is considered woo or unexplainable. It appears that many people are viewing Bigfoot as a giant ape when the evidence points in a much stranger direction. Example, tracks vanishing, mind speak, orbs of light, the predator effect, etc. Please let me know of your specific reasons for writing this type of evidence off. Just curious. Thanks."
Writing it off? Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So, because a lot of people do.
Yeah, they do.
And
They can't handle it.
So the first comment on it is, it's often viewed as the equivalent of "I see your Bigfoot and raise you a UFO." That's a damn good point.
That's a damn good point. Sorry, I was eating a cherry and that just nearly came flying out of my mouth. I'm sorry. I see you a Bigfoot and I raise you. Oh my god. Okay. Please go on. Oh my.
I think as a community, Sasquatch enthusiasts, and that's what I'm going to call that community, because there is a major difference between Sasquatch enthusiasts and Sasquatch hunters. So, but in the community of Sasquatch
Agreed.
enthusiasts, I do not believe that we as a people do what he's asking. We do not deny the aspect of the woo. Friend.
Nope, we don't.
Because we are, I'm not trying to insult anyone here. We are, but the way I'm going to put this is we are smart enough to understand that we don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Friend, we do not understand a lot of aspects of the Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever you prefer to call them. Friend, therefore, we do not deny the aspect of the woo. Friend, we do deny certain aspects due to our own personal beliefs on what is plausible. But
that's true.
We are always willing to have our mind changed.
Yeah, open-mindedness comes into play big time with this.
Yeah.
And with Sasquatch, the footprints disappearing, that's when they're walking into a portal. They've opened up a portal and they're walking into it. Or they know how to do frequency, and they're like the ET in that way. They have the ability to be able to use their own frequency, and when they phase shift, their prints are no longer going to be, they're not going to be able to be viewed because they're in a different frequency because of the phase shifting. I find that fascinating. I really do. I don't know, I don't understand how, I know it's the phase shift, but I do not fully understand why they don't make a print. Is it because their foot goes right through the snow and it's just no longer there because it's in a different phase shifted realities type of thing? It's got me fascinated, quite honestly. But why people discredit the woo is because they can't handle it. It goes against everything that they believe, at least in my opinion, for the most part.
Here's the thing, though. I did promise you guys that this show was going to be a little bit more bizarre, more extreme. This seemed like a fairly mundane question for our show, did it not?
Yeah, however.
Fran.
Yes, very much, but however.
So in the comments.
There we go.
But how do they generate a gravity well strong enough to bend light for cloaking? Seems like that'd be easy to track. Hell, with that much mass, I'd expect deeper tracks. Friend Boone Dragon answers, simple. That dump truck they're carrying around forms a singularity of thickness, allowing them to cloak and float. You know Patty's caked up.
Patty, P-A-T-T-Y, is that what he said?
Yeah. Right.
As in Patty, as in the 1960-something video?
I would imagine, yeah.
Okay.
So the next comment is from Mr. Synth Pants. He says, that's why Patty doesn't have a last name. It's in another time zone with the rest of her chariot. So.
That's actually a really good freaking comment. That's a really good comment.
Now, I am going to tell you. Somebody's got
a really good sense of humor.
This discussion got 330 responses.
That's it? I'm surprised.
98% of them do not call it a Sasquatch. They are either Patties or Sam Squanch.
Oh my. Oh, that won't go over well in the Sasquatch community. Holy cripes. Oh.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. I don't think there is anything wrong with that word because in the character's mind who originally named it that, he believes they fully exist. He just doesn't know what things are named.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys, and that man gets the name of everything wrong. I'm pretty sure he wrote that post,
I
that
thought
first
you were
post we
gonna
did.
I thought you were gonna say Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. Sorry, that's where my mind went to, and I haven't been able to get my mind back out of that.
Friend,
Go, Joe.
Jeez. I thought of Powerpuff Girls in years. What the?
we have, because actually, sad news from that front. The professor just passed away.
The guy that did the professor?
Yeah.
Oh, the voice. Yeah, that actor. I can't
Yeah.
remember his name
I
right
think
now,
Daniel
but yeah.
Kantz,
Yes. Yeah.
friend, was his name. Because that was one of John's favorite shows growing up, was Powerpuff Girls. And so
yeah,
That's my
favorite from.
what
What was that, Robert?
I said that explains a lot.
Right, friend. Well, you know the Fugglers that John collects.
No.
They're little dolls that have like real life
the teeth.
Yeah, friend.
Yeah.
He has all three of the Powerpuff Girls in that form. Right. So,
Well, if you're a collector.
yeah, friend. Kid's a weirdo. Friend.
No, not by any stretch. I've known people to do stranger. That's not really strange. So
you haven't watched the TikToks he's made yet.
Oh dear God, no. Well, I'm not on TikTok. I have to have I will not go on TikTok unless I've got a different device and it's under a different name and blah blah blah. Because I will not go onto TikTok. But, because I'm already heavily targeted. I don't need to be targeted by Chinese government. So,
now,
especially when it comes to SSP.
I do have a question because,
yeah,
and I don't know if you guys will know. Oh, hi, Nichows. No worries.
Hey,
friend.
hello.
When I was looking for this stuff, I wanted a story about Bigfoot. I'm not gonna lie. It is really hard on Reddit to find a story on Bigfoot because there is two subreddits called Bigfoot. One with a small b, one with a capital B. And there's a big difference. One's a monster truck. Friend. And apparently one has a dump truck. Friend.
Yeah. Oh, I love the monster trucks. Oh, God.
Not where I thought you were going with that.
Well, so I came across something, though. And I hadn't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
But officially, the Bigfoot community believes we have debunked the Patterson-Gimlin video.
Why do they believe that?
So apparently, it was given to quite a few different video processing companies.
Yes, it was.
And they all believe it's faked. The official record, they're calling it fake.
It's not fake.
Friend.
When I've talked to the Sasquatch clan mother of the Mount Baker Sasquatch clan, they know about it. They remember it. It's something absolutely horrific for them because essentially an entire clan of Sasquatch were slaughtered. They know about it. They ordered me not to discuss it with them because it is so horrific to them. And yeah, they were rounded up on horseback. There were many of them that were rounded up on horseback. So I take great issue with those two men. I take great issue with what I know, what I've been told. There's a certain individual, I call him the money man, that I know from a number of years ago. He validated certain information that nobody else could have known unless they I can't even get into that. And then the Sasquatch, Mama Sasquatch, she validated it. I asked her point blank about it, and she was like, I almost got called Nicole. Let's put it that way. I felt it from her. She nearly called me Nicole instead of Nikki. That is a big deal for them. At least in my experience. And it's real. And they take great issue with it. It's known throughout all Sasquatch clans that have energy, that have abilities. And it is, let's put it this way. It is their equivalent to what the US government did to Native Americans on US soil, or on Native American soil, excuse me.
Thank you.
And well, I knew the second it's yeah. Sorry, came out of my mouth. That's not how I meant it. Anyway, yeah, and I remember that. I remember the 1800s. I was there. I was a Native American in that lifetime. I helped fight. And I ended up in a fucking camp. Where I ended up dying of can't remember if it was tuberculosis. It was with the lungs, tuberculosis, or the other one. I can't think of the name of it. Excuse me. And there were some very, very famous individuals I know. So to them, it is that equivalent to them. It's not just the Gimlin film. It is everything that took place during, I think, if I remember correctly from what she said, it was a 3-day time period, and they slaughtered adult males, females, and children. And there are heads of Sasquatch on certain collectors' walls. There are hands on collector. I can't even. So yes, it is real.
Yeah, when you go into the subreddit, some of it's pretty harsh. Like there is one picture of a guy with 2 heads that he pulled out of the mud. And now, but that one,
they hunted them. They tracked them by dogs and by. They taught the canines how to hunt Sasquatch specifically, and they went for them. And they took
the photo I'm talking about
took out a clan.
Is
sorry.
I think faked because of the way it looks.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of fake stuff out there about it.
Like it's the 2 heads sitting in the mud, but they look like fuck. You know when school mascot has like an eagle that has the large dome head?
Yeah.
Friend, it looked like that. Like it looked empty on the inside from the neck.
I just got told to be quiet about what I was going to say in response to you. So I'm not saying any more than what I've already said, but please continue. But I just had to say that.
That is our biggest problem, is we are all looking for the evidence.
Yeah.
And
the evidence is hanging on people's walls that won't.
That's the problem, though. We need to stop looking for the evidence that traditionally we have looked for since the first sighting.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only evidence we're looking for is the same evidence we've looked for every animal at the beginning. Until they're protected.
Yeah. They're only protected in Washington State. It's the only state in the country. In one specific county in Washington State, I think it's Grant County.
Yeah.
No, that's not right. Is it Grant?
It's on the peninsula.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it is, but
yeah, neither am I remembering it right now. But there's only one county. I can't. I'm going to have to look it up tonight. But yeah, Washington State is the only one that protects them.
Yeah.
And that is not okay, in my opinion. Needs to be across the board, all states.
That's the thing, is like, we need a world protection order.
Yeah.
Because
this is an indigenous species.
And the problem is our protection orders do not even... We view ourselves as the greatest species on Earth because of the things we do, and some of them are still horrendous. Some of them, yes.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I don't even want to say that. But
No,
like,
I know where you were going, but yeah,
if it wasn't
I get it.
If it wasn't for human interference, yes, pandas would probably be extinct by now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also because of us. Brian.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna get a lot of people to laugh, and it's not meant as funny. Unicorns were a living, real. Yeah, I knew I was gonna get an eyebrow from you on that one. Unicorns were real. They went extinct long freaking time ago. Long time ago. We've got all kinds of animals that have gone extinct that we can validate. That's one that we are not able to validate. But I know that they were alive and living. Just like I know that dragons were alive and living on this planet at one time.
Friend, and that I definitely believe. Friend, I mean, there is not much difference in certain aspects between a dinosaur and a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Friend,
exactly.
It does.
Look at the pterodactyl.
It does kind of suck that the only one we have in existence now is the Komodo, and it's kind of like, I consider that de-evolution, not evolution, because it lost a lot of abilities.
That's for sure, but it still has the ability to, if you have one tiny drop of blood on you, it will hunt you down.
Yep.
A Komodo is vicious.
Friend,
well, we went off in a different ballgame. Sorry about that.
Well, no, but like, it's the fact that, okay, so like, if humans wouldn't have interfered, pandas would still be alive. Or would be extinct by now, sorry. Friend. But
I knew what you meant.
We were the ones who hunted them to extinction in the first place.
And look what's happening with the whales. There are certain countries that to this day still hunt, and I'm not talking about Native American in the United States. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about countries, there's a few of them, that actually hunt for every aspect, and they're hunting to an extinction level. It's getting to the point to where they're becoming an extinct level. That's pretty serious shit.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that needs to be stopped, because we should not be going to extinction levels. Period.
Well, here's the main problem is, even if we put no kill order on Sasquatch, the first time we find them, we're throwing them in a freaking zoo.
No, they're gonna study them. If they did something like that, they'd study them. They'd be a science. It wouldn't be zoo. They wouldn't be zoo unless they had a number of them in scientific labs studying them, DNAing them. Which for those that are listening, look up Dr. Melba Ketchum, spelled with a K. Last name spelled with a K. Because she ran the genome sequencing on that, and everybody in the science community bullied her, tried to discredit her, and yet she was able to scientifically prove that Sasquatch has human DNA in it, and it was from, if I remember correctly, the maternal side. I am going to recommend, if you do want to get into that, go to, and I am going to say somebody else's podcast, World Bigfoot Central with Duke Sullivan, and search for Dr. Melba Ketchum on his podcast, because he interviews her, and there's a I think it's a 3-part. I know for sure it's a 2-part series, but I think there's also a 3rd part to it. And they talk extensively about what she did and how she had to go about it, and how she had to keep it hidden in order to get this to be processed. Very, very interesting things.
And
So
I get that, Nikki, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Science costs money.
Yes, it does. It cost her thousands of dollars, if I remember correctly, from what Duke was talking with her about and what she herself talked about. So
But if
that's
the scientific community finds 2 of them, a male and a female, yeah, they are going to they're going to do research on them. But I also believe they're going to make them viewable to the public for the reason that that's a good way to make money. Friend, good little guy. Friend, I've got a whole shelf full of his stuff.
Yeah,
Friend.
I love stuff like this. This is one of my favorite things that my daughter-in-law. I actually can actually. Oh, cool!
Yeah.
It's awesome. Oh, the birdies, Robert and the birdies. Okay, I got to put my pens back. It's become a pen holder. No, oh God, you don't sniff these. These are like man. No, you don't want to do that.
Sorry, people. Nikki doesn't share. Fran,
yes.
You said you don't sniff. You did. That doesn't mean I don't. Fran.
Okay.
So,
yeah. No, I don't want to do that with these. Holy hell! No, thank you. Oh God. Okay, I just gotta get these back in here.
You have a headache? Not anymore.
Yeah, no, we're not getting high. Thank you very much. No. Oh, there we go. Anyhow, oh, okay, squeaky, squeaky. Gotta move you back over. There we go. Get to be seen. I just loved him. I think he's awesome. It's such a really good rendition too.
I even have a pair of the feet that you put on your fingers. Have you guys seen those? Like, you know the little hands that you can put on your fingers? These are Bigfoot feet. So I can make little tiny Bigfoot tracks in the snow.
That was funny.
Friend. Yeah, that is our last Reddit story, friend. But like,
it's an interesting thing how paranormal is, how it ebbs and flows on Reddit. Now I haven't been on Reddit in a while, but I do hear a lot of Reddit stories because of different podcasts I listen to or watch. And I think there's a real ebb and flow to how, especially with paranormal or Sasquatch or anything ufology, there's a time where you get that it's like it all happens at all around the same time, and then you get a lull in there, and then everybody gets out of the lull, and it's just like boom, hit Reddit with all of the information. And that's what I've noticed in a lot of different communities. There's a really interesting ebb and flow with things, and a timeline where spirits, other side family members are like, you need to talk about this. They'll kind of push their living loved one to talk about things, and I find that fascinating.
Well, and I don't know if you guys have noticed over the last couple of years as we've done the Reddit stories, wherein a lot of them are based off of the younger generations.
Yes.
And
yeah, the older ones don't want to talk about it
as a problem for the paranormal field on Reddit until I talked to my parents tonight and they asked what the theme of our show was, and I told them, well, we're going to read Reddit stories, and my dad just kind of like the phone went silent and he's like, what's Reddit? I'm like, oh yeah,
yeah.
You're old.
He's not old.
Okay. Sure. We'll go with that. Friend. You don't have to help him with his IT stuff. He's old. Friend.
Hey, I have to have my son help me with my IT stuff because I nearly threw my phone the other day.
Yeah, but you haven't asked your son where Clippy is.
Oh, what the fuck is a Clippy?
See, you don't even remember Clippy.
I
The
don't remember.
paperclip that helps.
It's a what?
The paperclip that comes up saying, "Can I help you with whatever task you're doing?"
Oh, are you kidding
Yeah.
me? I hated that thing on. That was on Microsoft, right?
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
God,
Dad's
I
favorite thing. It helped him a
hated
lot.
that. It didn't me. It drove
Friend.
me nuts. It was just an annoyance. I was like, make that thing stop. Oh, yeah, but I knew people that did use it and it worked for them. So, I mean, I get it. Of course,
Friend.
that was in the 90s and early 2000s when I was taking apart computers. Tried to go,
Well, just
okay,
like
this goes here, that goes here, get rid of that.
the last video game
Couldn't do
Dad
that now.
played extensively was Wolfenstein 3D, and it was brand new. Like that game cost $89 when he bought it. Friend. So, like, yeah, he's pretty old.
Honey, we were playing in my house, as in me as an adult with a little kid. We were playing. What is the one with the glob monsters going through dark hallways and corridors, and you were in a. You as the number one player or other players were military, and you were going in and wiping out these. I call them mosh monsters. Don't remember what it was
Doom?
called. Yeah, I think it was Doom.
Friend.
And you had all different kinds of caverns and weird places, and they'd pop up. We had fun playing that. It was on the computer.
They look like builders that someone lit on, like bodybuilders that someone lit on fire, and they just
They look like melted.
yeah,
They look melted.
Yeah, but they had extra bubbles where there wasn't supposed to be muscles.
No.
No.
These were all globby.
Was there a giant
Globby.
eyeball floating in this as a boss that had tentacles
No.
coming out of it? Okay, so
There were a couple of ones. There were a couple of ones that had tentacles, but most of them were these gray globby things with tentacly bottoms. I don't know what else to call them. It was they were actually kind of creepy. I was like, okay, I'm not doing this at night with a dark room. I was like, no way.
I was thinking the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, it was like, no way. And my kid was all into that. We wouldn't let him. We would not let him, or me specifically. I didn't want him playing like he had a weapon or a gun, or specifically a pointy stick. And because most boys did that, and I was like, no, I'm not okay with that, and this is why. But you can play, and there are all kinds of other things you can do. And then he learned. He was taught by a couple of pros who knew what the hell they were talking about. So when he became a teenager, and he was like, "Oh, now I understand why you were like that, Mom." We don't talk about that very often. Anyway, but I don't remember the name of the game. But I thought it was Doom. I'll see if I can get my son to say, hey, what the hell was that game again? It's in the 90s, early 2000s. So.
90s, early 2000s. Yeah, it might have been a version of
late 90s. It was because I had bought a word processor keyboard from a girlfriend who had bought herself a computer, and then it was about another year and a half before I got ours. And I think it was around 98 or 99 that he was playing. Oh, he was always playing video games, but it wasn't We didn't have any of the video consoles.
Was
It
your
was all,
son really
all
good at it?
computer stuff. Yeah, he was. He was.
Did he ever
really
have a
freaking-
gun called the BFG?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
And he probably wouldn't have told you what it stood for.
Probably not.
Because the acronym is for big fucking gun.
No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have told me that. That was, of course, shortly thereafter we got into. We were doing Firefox and Pajama Sam and all of that kind of stuff before that, and then came this.
Barrel roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember what the hell what game was that we were playing after these tunnel ones. There were all different kinds of, and it was all computerized. It was not some console like a Nintendo or anything like that. We didn't have anything like that for years.
Do you know what the first game I played on a computer was?
What?
Lemmings.
Lemmings, the ones that
Lemmings.
jump off the cliff.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to build them ladders and stuff so that they can make a safe exit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I haven't thought about that one in years.
Right?
Holy
I found
shit.
it a couple of years ago. And I found an emulator on the computer that you could play it again. Friend.
You know. So in the 90s, I became an advocate for this one family because of the kid was at the time being abused and by somebody else other than the immediate in living with. And so I became an advocate, and he was a really good gamer, this kid. And there was something specific I was going to say that had to do with the games, and I just lost it. Oh well, guess I'm not supposed to talk about it. Oh well.
Friend.
It was something to do with a specific game and how this kid, I mean, he was so good at gaming. I can't remember what the hell it was. Oh well. Sorry.
Well,
It had a point to it too. Had a point with what you were talking about.
maybe you will remember it for next week, because next week we are going to talk a little about gaming, which will lead into the next couple weeks. We're going to talk a lot about United States history and a lot about United States facts, because it is the 250th anniversary of the United States becoming a country. And so coming up this year. So a lot of our topics in the next few weeks will have to do with that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is 11:58. It is time for us to go right away. Nikki, where can we find Restore Belief?
Restore Belief with Nikki is on YouTube. I am also on Facebook, facebook.com/Nikki, NIKKI dot Jacobs, JACOBS .376. I'm on Rumble and Spotify and a few others. So, but that's where you can. YouTube is the main one.
Okay. And Robert, where can we find you? We like the
Haven't
location
heard-
of the bedroom window. Okay.
Haven't heard anything from the other Nikki, so I have no idea when we're going to be back on that. Just basically on Facebook. Sometimes, sometimes I go on to the Minecraft lot when they actually whatever it is, displaying it online. But that hasn't happened for a while. No, just basically Facebook.
Okay.
And for the people of Venezuela, run.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Venezuela, because they had what, a 7.9?
7.1 and 7.5, a minute apart. That was about 5 hours ago or more.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to everyone in Venezuela. And
Yeah.
our thoughts are
And
with you.
there was a really high one, a 6-something in another country. So
off the coast of Japan, I think it was.
yeah,
Or
thank you.
Philippines.
Yeah, there's been a lot more earthquakes and they're a lot bigger. So please, everybody, stay safe. Make a to-go bag.
And stop jumping on the beds.
Oh, for God's sake.
Goddamn monkeys. Fran.
Oh, come on.
Fran. All right, everyone. You can find S4 Paranormal Radio on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, pretty much everywhere. And then you can also find us on Spotify for our past episodes, including everything from the last 6 years. You can find on there. But our main show here is here on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us, and as well as Restore Belief with Nikki. And make sure you join us every week, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, for our show. And make sure you like and subscribe every week. So, well, you can't subscribe every week, but you know, Fran. So with that, Fran, we are out of here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
Be safe.
Good night. Good night.
It's good night for me, and it's good night for me.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit eater.